Welcome back, YouTube. Nazim here, and I'm with Zilladelphia. And today we're going to continue our Word docs tutorial. So, lastly, we learned some of these keyboard shortcuts, ACVAs. So, today we're going to be talking about document formatting. So, basically, this bar right here. This is like another undo button, Control Z. This is a redo button, Control Y. Control P is for print. We can get into this later. This is like spelling and like grammar check, but basically if you type a incorrectly spelled word, it'll like fact check you. It'll tell you how to spell, which is nice. You know, it's nice having technology overlook you to like correct you. But yeah, so that's that. Next we have paint format, which like we're not painting here, so like I don't really use that. Zoom, if you wanted to zoom in, you could increase the zoom right here. Another like neat shortcut, if you have a mouse, like if you're using a mouse to move around, you can just press Control and then you can just scroll, and what that does is it zooms in for you. So like just by holding down Control, you can zoom in, zoom out instead of clicking zoom and whatnot. So yeah, so next we have text size. So if you wanted like a different header, you could insert a title, or if you wanted to do subtitles, subtitle, you know, these are basically pre-made headings and whatnot for you that are just different sizes. But right here, this is the font tab where you can access all of the available fonts that Google Drive has to offer. It's not as many as Microsoft Word, but you can like search through here for your font. So yeah, fonts are cool. The most basic fonts are like Times New Roman and like Arial. From my experience, those are the ones that I use the most. But if you want to get like artsy, you can edit and like play with your font. Right here is the font size. You can increase it or whatnot. You could also do that like keyboard shortcut to like do it, but I like to be specific with my font size, so I like to enter the exact number. I don't like to scroll with that. So I'm just pressing Control Z to put it back to its original size. So after, you know, so right here, this is how we change our font. Right here is how we edit the font size. Right here is how we change the font type. So we can make it bold. Bold basically emboldens the word of the font, like it makes it like black and thicker. So like right here, if I do a normal font, let's do Arial, regular. So keyboard shortcut for bold is Control B. So that's how you bold it. So yeah. Next we have italicize or italics. Makes it like, you know, all like cool looking. So if I wanted to italicize this, I would press Control I, or it already looks italicized because it's in cursive, but this is how it looks when it's italicized. So like this is normal, this is regular, and this is italicized. If I want to underline something, I come here and I hit Control U, or I can just click this like U right here. This is how you underline things. Right here, we have text color. So right here, we have a beautiful selection of colors to choose from. We have regular purple. We have regular red, that's bolded. I'm gonna unbold it. Green, yellow, whatever. And if you have a custom color, you can click here on this little plus and you can either enter the hex code or you can like scroll around to it. So all hexes, hex is like a a code for a specific color. So if you saw like one color that was like red, but it wasn't exactly red, it was like on this shade or spectrum of red that you really like, loved, but you can't describe it. Like you can't say, it was red number 990909 or A707707, whatever like, as long as you can access that hex code, you can insert it into any like color customizer, and that color will appear. So that's how you can change your font colors. Really, really neat trick. Right here, this is how you highlight colors. So if you wanted this, let's change this back to black. Wanted to highlight this yellow, that's how you highlight it. If you want to remove the highlight, you click none. So yeah, right here, insert link. This is a little advanced, but let's say you have a document. Okay, let's say let's visit youtube.com. We're going to control, so those keyboard shortcuts, by the way, are transferable across like the internet and everything. So like I just hit Control C. Wait, actually, so look, if I go to YouTube and hit Control C, it like copied it. So what this does, this right here, is it inserts a link. So we're about to make what's called a hyperlink. So if we highlight regular, we could either hit Control K once it's highlighted, or we can go directly over it and we can hit insert link. So like right here, Control K. I want to get y'all used to using keyboard shortcuts. So let's use Control K, and it's going to say, okay, what link? So we could do a link to another document, or we could do a link to online. So we could hit apply. So like notice this regular is a hyperlink now because it looks blue, and if we click it, it will lead us to somewhere else. Okay, I don't know why. That's sus, but whatever. Redirects you to YouTube. So that's a hyperlink. That's what a hyperlink is. It's right here. Insert hyperlinks. If you wanted to remove the hyperlink, you could edit it. You could edit it, or you could just delete it. So yeah, that was a hyperlink. Lastly, these last ones, this last like little bit is easy. All this is reformatting your font. So like right here, center line. If you want your font in the middle, you could have it on the left, or we could have it on the right, or we could have it justified, which is like the document's recommendation. So like left and justified are like the same in this case. So yeah, left, middle, right. We have line and paragraph spacing. So let's say we have multiple, let's make some lines. If you wanted to add space in between these, we come here towards this arrow, the line and paragraph spacing. So like right now, it's naturally at 1.15. We can make it single line, we can make it 1.5, we can make it double, we could add spaces before paragraphs, we could add spaces, after it, all these and whatnot, custom spacing, bunch of various options to space your lines. So depending on how you like it, adjust accordingly. Me personally, I like double or like 1.5, depending on like what type of document I'm making. Okay, so right here, we can ignore this. Well, not ignore, but this is a checklist where you can make something cute and cross it out. So like if you're making like a digital to-do list, you have like tasks to cross out. This is how you make a checklist. Same thing with this. So like checklists, we can make them bullet points, or we can make them numbers. So again, this is like pretty dependent on how you'd like to style it. Me personally, I like bullet points are numbers. I don't really use checkpoints much. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We could indent as well, or you could just press the tab key. So tab indents it So by tab, I'm talking about the button that's on the left side of the Q. That's where my tab key is located, at least. But tab indented, or you could just press one of these buttons. So like, I'm moving it to the left, moving it to the right. And up here too, I don't know if you noticed, but it shows like a little graph. So it shows you like how much it's moving across. So like 1 to 2, however many units of length this is. So yeah, that's pretty much everything with like Word as far as the tabs go. That was it for formatting. I think we're good to move on to the next app for now. I'll just make a final, overview video just to tie up everything that we went over for this chapter. But thanks for watching. If you found this video valuable at all, be sure to leave a like. It really helps me out and it helps the channel out.